According to the USDA, the price of beef is up a few cents at the grocery store this month. That 3-cent increase is good for ranchers. The farmers who produce the meat you find in the grocery store depend heavily on research that comes from universities. When Louisiana farmers and ranchers toured the state of Arkansas, many of their stops were at facilities where that research happens. TWILA's Karl Wiggers takes us to the University of Arkansas to show how their Animal Science Department and Extension Service is working to improve the beef industry.
Here at the University of Arkansas, the Animal Science Department is laser focused on serving the farmers and consumers of Arkansas.
From when the calf is born all the way up to consumer preference of that meat product.
Mike Looper is the department head of the Animal Science program at the University of Arkansas. During this stop on the beef tour, he explained all of the people it takes to make their livestock and forage programs so successful.
We have nutritionists, we have geneticists, animal health experts, veterinarians, all the way up to meat scientists. And we work with our Department of Food Science here at the University of Arkansas as well, trying to ultimately understand what best management practices on the farm culminate in that beef product or that meat product that consumers want to purchase.
Having all these experts from different fields working together gives this team an advantage. Louisiana Farm Bureau Livestock Committee member Amelia Kent says this offers great benefits to the farmers of Arkansas.
It's really great to see, for instance, at this research station that we're at, not only the cattle research, but also the agronomy research and the horticultural research all in the same place. And so when you do have those areas of overlap, whether it's soil texture and soil qualities, various nutrient levels, pH and whatnot, how not only can that be beneficial to seed crop growers further north and in other parts of the state, but also come back and be beneficial to cattle producers in the cattle regions of the state, and that's great to see.
The Department of Animal Science has 3 areas of focus. They research issues and practices that will benefit the cattle producers in their state, Extension, which takes the findings of that research and puts it in the hands of the farmers, and then education.
The other thing that I think we do that's equally important is train the next generation of Extension personnel, veterinarians, research scientists, health professionals, allied industry partners, and that's our students.
Some of those students will hopefully wind up back on the family farm, either as the farmer or the extension agent. At least that's what Louisiana cattleman Hank Schumacher would like to see.
These people obviously are very concerned, very involved with the farmers, the day-to-day farmers, not the academics as much as, to learn things, to experiment, you need to get the farmers, true farmers, involved in trying to do different things.
Looper's department does a lot of different things to help the farmers in their production practices, but he says that most of his research centers on making sure the livestock is healthy.
A healthy animal is going to be a very efficient animal, and the profitability of that farm depends, or that ranch depends on the efficiency of that animal. So ultimately that animal has to be of the utmost health.
Today's researchers and farmers are better equipped than ever to make their livestock more efficient, and that's exactly what Looper is looking to improve on now.
It's not your grandpa's farm these days. I mean, there's some technology that's involved, and so ultimately, how do you squeeze out every possible dollar on the farm or the ranch?
Looper says he looks forward to improving the livestock and forage systems across the state. They're also working hard to make sure that the beef production in Arkansas is as efficient as possible, which will help the farmers and ranchers put better food on our tables in the future. And Avery, a lot of these stops had a lot of research involved in them, and one of the neatest stops to me was at the Tyson Discovery Center. It was up in Springdale, Arkansas, and they do a lot of research and a lot of very impressive stuff that we get to benefit from every day. We just don't realize it sometimes.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that you have to research the cuts of beef, cuts of chicken, and that sort of thing. But one of the things you told me about off camera was about how they have all these kitchens set up there. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, for every major contract they have a kitchen set up with the same equipment that they use at those restaurants. So like for a Wendy's, when they do chicken strips or chicken products, they have the fryers that they use, everything they use to cook that stuff at Wendy's, they have those there in Springdale at the Discovery Center, so they can make sure that it will all translate when it gets back to the restaurants. It's just a really impressive facility.
I understand that someone else was a little impressed with it.
Louisiana Farm Bureau President Ronnie Anderson was very impressed by this stop and the trip and how important it is to kind of bring everything full circle.
I tell you what's most impressive is the variety of things that they do, the different products they have, both beef, pork, and poultry, and it's amazing to see how many people are working to move a product from a raw product to an idea to how to batter and do all the stuff that they need to do, how to cook it, and the final taste test and stuff. It's really amazing. It's an interesting facility.
I'm not surprised that Ronnie would be so impressed by it. I mean, going to Amarillo, Texas a few years ago and seeing the Tyson plant there, you know, I think about it anytime I go to a Wendy's. And that's because they provide all of the hamburger meat to every Wendy's in North America.
And one of the other things about Mr. Ronnie, he's been doing this for so long, but even he was impressed by, you know, what's involved in the process.
And he knows all forms of agriculture. So I know you enjoyed that trip. Thank you very much, Karl Wiggers.